Hi, I'm Anar. I'm joined today by Anar. Anar is a graduate from my LinkedIn boot camp. She'd actually reached out to me a year ago, actually, and it never really. And then she found my post on social media that somebody had liked, and she decided, hey, I'm going to check this out. I'm so glad you did. Anar, tell me about you.
So I'm actually a wellness educator. I've created displays for various schools and occupational settings on things that people can do to improve their quality of life and their
Yes.
health.
That's fantastic. I had recently shared a post because Halloween just happened yesterday.
Yes, it did.
And I was impressed by one of your posts that talked about having a piece of cheese or, healthy snacks or something like that.
Yeah, so one thing that I did in one of my displays is teaching parents and children that if they have a Halloween snack or one of their treats from trick or treating, that and they can't brush their teeth right away, that the Canadian Dental Association has actually found that eating a piece of cheese right after reduces the acidity in the mouth and can prevent cavities.
Bring on the cheese, bring on the fromage. So, what kind of questions do you have for me?
Well, you seem very enthused about LinkedIn. So I guess my first question, and the question probably most people ask, is what do you like most about it?
So, the amount of opportunities that come up with LinkedIn,
Yeah.
as of 2016, Microsoft actually bought LinkedIn, and with that came even more professionals that are on this network. People think that LinkedIn is just for job search. It is not. LinkedIn is also for those professionals who are trying to get some additional information that's happening in their industry. It is also about the world is such a small place, and what is happening in the Far East can impact us as well. And how are we going to be best prepared is by connecting with all of these people. I actually, because of my LinkedIn posts and everything, I was actually approached by a person I'd met in 2001 for a few weeks, and she reached out to me to ask to brand her with her LinkedIn and her resume. So there is so much that is out there. There is so much that I learn from so many different people, and that's why I love what LinkedIn has to offer. It is a professional site where I keep on learning every day, and I do. I hope that I'm also inspiring others by sharing information.
What do you consider as someone being successful on LinkedIn?
I would say that not only connecting with people, but also being socially visible. Because if somebody is not on social media, you think, okay, what are they hiding? One stats I read was showing that if you are not on social media, that is the new form of illiteracy, which is shocking that, now we've moved towards that and say that is illiteracy. The other thing that I would say about successful is keep establishing a brand, keep providing value, and that's what would make you successful. It's not about the number of likes, it's not about how to make that post go viral. It is about being comfortable in your skin and sharing what you think is right. And it doesn't also mean that if you get negative comments, you're doing something right. At first, I was very afraid of all of those, and I was thinking, oh, I've done something wrong. However, I read, who did I? Chan Gi. I'm sorry, I'm mispronouncing his name. He's from Singapore, I think, and he had written about that and and there are so many great examples that are on LinkedIn that I keep continuing to learn. So that's what it is. And when do you post? Yes, there are certain time frames that I say that, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are the prime times between 7 and 8 and between noon and 1 and then in the evenings. But don't let that stop you. If you've seen my feeds, I do post outside of those times. So keep posting.
Okay. Now that we've covered the things that, are great about LinkedIn, any frustrations with the platform?
Oh, I keep getting these ads for moisturizers, for creams. This face is perfect. I don't need anything. Yes, I have a little bit of a Movember growing, but I've tried going into my settings and deleting, trying to cut that out.
Yeah.
I've tried to go on my laptop and do that, but they still keep coming up. That is really frustrating. The other things that are frustrating is that, you get a connection request, you accept it, and right away the person spams you.
Yeah.
They try and send you, oh, please buy my service, or please, help me get a job, or please, do this. There's not that relationship building, and it's all about how do you then first provide service before you go into the route and saying, is it possible for you to? I do help lots of people, and I think that it takes away from the professionalism of what LinkedIn has to offer. So my biggest pet peeves are those advertisements that keep showing up on my feed, and oh hey, say happy birthday, oh hey, say congratulations, or all of those. Those are my pet peeves.
I'm so glad you brought up building rapport. That's something so important in nursing and in public health.
Yes.
And I feel like sometimes it's not always acknowledged. One thing that I found, and I've been hearing a lot about on LinkedIn, is oftentimes you'll get someone asking for a connection, and then they treat LinkedIn as a dating site or harassment.
Shudder.
So, what would you suggest to members who are facing harassment on LinkedIn?
That is a no-no.
Yeah.
I would definitely go ahead and say, report that profile, report that person. And I'd like to also give this piece is that, sometimes LinkedIn accounts can be hacked, or I've also noticed that sometimes I get LinkedIn connection requests, and it is the same profile, but the face has been badly photoshopped. So we know that is a fake profile. So that happens wherever it is. And you brought a very interesting question, is that happened to somebody else too. And my coaching, and I still stand behind it, is when I say, do give, how are people supposed to connect with you? And I say, put your email address.
Yeah.
It's because think about the good that this can do. If a recruiter is trying to reach out to you, if an HR person is reaching out to you, if you have a potential client, if you're an entrepreneur, then you're making it easy for them by providing them with your contact information, which could be your phone number, could be your phone and email address, could be, website as well, all of those things. So do not let that stop you. But if there is harassment that's happening, people are going to reach out and find different ways to connect with you, whether it is LinkedIn or some of the other social media sites or all of those other things. I never suggest putting your address because of privacy laws and all of those. Definitely report that profile. LinkedIn is not a dating site. It is definitely not a place where people can harass. I do not stand for that, and definitely to shut that down right away. Not even entertained by, commenting or responding to that in-mail, all of those. Just shut it down and start using it for, professional purposes.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for taking the time to
It
answer
was.
some common questions about LinkedIn.
It was my pleasure. I hope you enjoyed it. And I have an ask for you, that if you found this worthwhile and you have any questions, please do comment. And I would love to share some more ideas. This was fantastic. Thank you so much,
Great.
Anar.
Thank you so much.
You're a rock
Bye.
star. We didn't mention about, her creativity and her artistry. So if you're on Instagram, please do check out, what is your Instagram handle?
Andamji, DAMJI.
So ANDAMJI.
Yep.
You'll be blown away by what she can do. It's mad science and creativity and all of those. And it was great to have you on
Absolutely.
the LinkedIn stories. Have a great day. Over and out. I am Anar.